Hey, Chapel here, and today's video is going to be talking about the new V-Rising devlog that we got for 1.1, which I'll start off by saying is sounding very promising. It's adding a lot more depth to the game and improving on many of the systems from 1.0 which were a bit half-baked. So starting off, they say about wanting to help you bring like your own unique vision and really fit kind of specific playstyles, which is very nice to hear that they're giving us like more agency on how to do that. And yeah, like I say, the changes they're talking about is sounding like they're going to be able to achieve this. It sounds very promising. Starting off, they talk about adding caps to different statistics. Now, one of the problems we had before was that it's pretty obvious which stats you want the most of, and when that's the case, you're just going to take all the gear, all the bonuses you can in these stats to max it out. And one of the main offenders for this, which they specifically mention, is move speed. Move speed stacking was really obnoxious in open world, because if someone's faster than you, they have all the agency on when fights happen, and you just automatically lose if you're not playing Rogue Blood, because of the fact like, oh, you're winning a fight, they'll run away, you're losing a fight, they can chase you. So it's nice that they've addressed that specifically. But yeah, these caps they're talking about, it's an interesting way of doing it. So this will not just be on move speed, this will be on all stats, meaning it will add a lot more complexity to the puzzle of getting big, like BIS stats, because you want to get them all to a certain point, but they'll start to become a lot less efficient after that. And in which case, you're going to have to think more about what bits of gear you're getting, like where you're getting those stats from, without maxing things out to the point where you're capping them. Which I think should be a very good solution to doing that, not just for move speed, but for how you think about doing your build as a whole. It adds a lot more layers to it. And to go alongside that, they are giving us more ways to be able to customize this on gear and weapons. Because one of the other issues that we currently had was the fact you're very much at the mercy of RNG in terms of what stats that you have on your gear. And they're adding a new thing called the Fusion Forge to help with this. So basically you'll be able to modify these to specifically tailor your build towards these certain stats and deliberately not overcap certain things, get the ones you want rather than ones that are inefficient. So that's a very good change to make alongside the stat caps. The next bit they talk about is changes to blood. To begin with, they are making some of the rarer blood types a bit more accessible, but more importantly, they are making it so the bloods that were previously pretty redundant, such as Mutant, Draculan, Brute, the ones that are really behind the competition, they're trying to level out that playing field a bit, making these bloods have a lot more effectiveness in actual combat. And once again, this will be a case of we'll have to see what the numbers are. They'll need to get the balance right on this. But if the balancing's good, then this adds a lot more to the variety as well. Alongside this, they are also talking about something called Infused Blood, which pretty much you're combining the effects of two different blood types, which is interesting. And once again, it's one of those where we'll have to see how it works in practice, but it's more pieces to the puzzle once again. So I don't think I have any complaints on that. If it can be done right, if it can be balanced right, then it sounds like there's a lot more interesting creativity with that as well. They then go on to talk a bit about how they're changing stats on gear to go alongside this system, but also a new type of potions being added called elixirs, which you can only have one of, but once again it's going to be something else to help you tailor certain stats in particular. Like, as a whole, they're just giving you a lot more to think about and a lot more to figure out. The last part of the blog then goes on to talk about changes to the Altar of Stygian Awakening, which was probably one of the most disappointing parts of 1.0 and how it was executed. These are the passives that you farm for when you're in Mortium. And previously, a lot of these were just very forgettable. Like, they weren't particularly impactful, the changes they'd make. But more importantly than that, you'd unlock all of them. So it didn't actually add anything, it was just like extra buffs that you would not really pay attention to. But they are reworking this in a way which sounds really good. First of all, they are reworking the effects of a lot of these themselves to make them a lot more appealing. But more importantly, you can't now unlock them all. They are now limiting you to 5, which I think is part of the reason why they're making the effects themselves a lot more powerful, because they're reining you in to only being able to choose a few, which is what I would have wanted in the first place, but it is nice that they're going in this direction now. Something that's worth pointing out too, they've put a picture of the blood tree here. There is one extra spell that we have not seen before in this blood tree. And from this, I think if they have this layout for blood, it's pretty likely they have done the same for all the other spell schools. And if that's the case, then we're looking at 6 new spells, which is a lot more stuff to play around with. We have no idea what these are yet. I've heard that the icon looks like Rakan's... Is it Rakan? The Battle-Right character. It's like his grab. It's basically a sort of hook-in type thing. Which sounds like it'd be a cool spell to have. Like something to pull into melee. It's not similar to anything we have in the game currently, which is cool. But anyways, let me know what you guys thought of these changes. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you want to read the full blog, I'll leave a link to that down below. But anyway, have a good day everyone. See ya.